Yo, welcome back to a new video. I was gonna make a post about this initially, but maybe it's good to switch it up a little bit from typing to video. I know some of you like watching and listening instead of reading. So I've added a lot of new things to the game today. Well, not a lot, but enough so I can show you like some progress of some new additions. It's scanning for so long. Check. Oh, maybe it was just a reset bug. Anyway, we got a bit unlucky here with the rarity roll. See if we can capture our first creature. Nope. It fled. Let's heal our Chirple. Capture this. Oh, we got it. It's very, very bad rarity as well. But at least we have two creatures now. Okay, so to capture the next creature, we now need ore. And as you can see here, the Sinilla is already mining ore. So you can see the ore going up here. I switched ore naming from material to ore. Ermi level 3 is probably gonna one-shot our Chirple. See if we can capture it. Oh shit, that's a very high rarity. That's nice. Alright, let's have it fight while this one mines some ore. Although I'm pretty sure, yeah, this one should be mining ore faster because it has a higher rarity and level. So what you want to do is you want to capture as many creatures as possible early on, so you have like a big roster. You don't want to let them faint instantly. You want to try and time them so they faint around the same time, because faint they will. You can't like protect yourself from that. Should we capture another Chirple? Let's try. Nope. It escaped, but we get another chance here now. Got a nice amount of dust. Let's try and capture here. Oh, we got it, and it's a very high rarity. Nice. Let's have it fight now instead, so these two can keep mining ore. Let's have this one mine some herbs here so we can create our first habitat. And let's try and heal this one a little bit more. They are going to faint eventually, but now we have enough herbs for habitat. Let's try get a little bit more if we can before they faint. Alright, so now we can start building full habitat if we need more creatures, but let's go for bakery first, because as you can see, creatures also, they have energy. This is the yellow bar here, so when they're gathering, they're spending energy. Your healer also has energy, and it spends it based on healing and capture attempts. So we also have healer food, mana potion, and mana elixir. Alright, we can now create pet food. Just collecting some dust now because this one's going to faint pretty soon. Alright, so what do we need now for a new habitat? We need 50 dust, 3 herbs, and 10 ore. Why can't we build it? Should be able to build it. Let's build some pet food for starters. So we don't have herbs anymore now. There's still some, I add a lot of things that they're going to be unlocked at Zone 2 that may have been causing some glitches, so it's good to go through the game over and over again. But I will also be opening it up to a few alpha testers here soon once we migrate from the current domain over to our main page. And with that, you will also be able to start off with your rarest creature from your alpha vial, and you will be able to start with a holo dust count based on the ones, let's say, like on your account, the ones you got from the events we've been having. I think I have like 200 or so, so it'll just copy over it. You won't like waste it from the main game. You'll just get like a bonus for having it in this game. Same thing for your creature. It'll still stay level 1. They'll just create a copy so you can play it here as well. That's like our idea of how we're going to like create a lot of games, but people play them by using the same assets. Let's see if we can get to 50 dust again, if this is going to work this time. Else it's probably a bigger bug than I expected. Few more dust required. Is this Nara gonna be enough? We can combine these, but if we stack them, their rarities are going to average out and their stats are going to average out. We can build a habitat now, so let's do that. We're not gonna have a chance on the first boss anyway, not with this roster currently. So let's go for the habitat so we can capture another creature. For that, I know we're going to need some extra ore. Let's maybe not go for another Churple, we have 2 already. We could try and upgrade our Sinilla a little bit. Seems like a strong Sinilla. Oh, okay. Maybe just this one has a very low attack. Yeah, 73. Alright, so this is the first boss. It's gonna be Mew, but we're not gonna have a chance here, so we're just gonna let it wipe us out. Now while waiting, let's build some things. The thing to keep in mind is as well is that when you're building, your healer is not able to heal or capture, so you want to try and time it with your wipeouts. I also have this cool idea I want to add once we've migrated over to holozing.com, where there will be an option here like an upvote button, and it'll detect that there's like 100 seconds left of this. So it'll be like, do you want to upvote? It'll check like how much voting power you have, how much stake you have, and determine that for 100 seconds it'll cost you, let's say if you have like 1,000 high power, it'll cost you like 10% voting power, 10% vote. So they'll ask you like, do you want to vote to remove the cooldown for the revive? So you'll be able to use your voting power here, and on the back end on Hive, of course, it'll be like comments that have burn, that have like rewards going to null. So you still get curation rewards, but the author rewards will just get burned. So it's just like a fun little way of burning Hive from supply while playing the game and making use of your voting power and high power, so it encourages people to have more high power, but it's not implemented yet. Okay, so what do we need in terms of, we could use some more ore here soon. to wait for this churple to come alive. Some ore to capture creatures as well. And we're gonna need dust for a bigger habitat. Habitats are gonna be important early on because you want as many creatures as possible. Right now you can have up to 6. Let's try to capture this fowl because it's such a low health that our chance of capturing it are pretty high, so we got it. And it's already mining ore. Let's see if we can get something rare, like a Zingu or a Drazing. Those have a very low encounter rate, so they're gonna be pretty rare creatures. Oh, we got Holodust bonus from our achievements. We just reached an achievement. Damage dealt, so we got a bonus there. That's nice. That means we can start building some more things. Let's try giving it a shot if we can defeat the boss. We go for another Ermi. Let's go for Vulio. We don't have one yet. And it evolves into Wulitz, which is electric type. Ooh, it's a nice rarity as well. A lot of health, a lot of defense. That's gonna be a nice tank, so let's place him up front. Alright, we're mining a lot of ore. Let's switch one of these to herbs so we balance it out a little bit. Got the boss coming up here next. Let's switch Ermi against Ermi. And let's try and take him down while having one creature somewhat alive. Okay, so this boss is gonna be a Vulio. Oh, this one came alive just in time. I'll give it a little heal. So it'll survive 2 hits this time instead. Nope. But our Fal took it down before taking a hit. That's nice. Let's have this one mine some herbs. Okay, so another thing is, to remain in this zone, you have to reach 50% of the cells. It's this green like outline here, so you have to get there to be able to stay in zone 2, which is usually pretty hard on the first try, on the first time you beat the boss. So we got sent back to zone 1, but it's all good. Let's build a bigger roster. Wait. Creatures energy is looking okay-ish still. We can build a healer meal and maybe 1 or 2 creature foods. They usually eat it automatically when they get low enough, which is like 40 energy or so. As you can see, level 1 pet food restores 50 energy, but over time as creatures level up, their total energy grows, so they're going to need higher level food, which means you need to start making bakery level 2. That one will then upgrade the food you create to level 2, which restores more energy. It's this incremental way of playing the game where everything grows slowly over time. So our healer automatically ate the food, restored its energy. Its mana per second is very low though. It's regenerating very little mana. Capture another Vulio, yeah. We have 2 extra slots now in our roster. got some extra dust from an achievement. Recapture Mew. Let's see if we can do it. That one's doing a bit too much damage, so let's go with this one. Okay, 45k rarity, high health, that's good. Let's put it to work. Okay, no one's mining ore anymore. Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's try and capture the second Fal. 74k rarity, that's really nice. Now once, okay, this one came alive, let's stack these two. So you can stack creatures. Their health doubles up based on how much they had, but their stats just average out. You can imagine it as like they're attacking the enemy one at a time, and they're taking damage one at a time, but you know, not really. Just to save space. But they do feel tankier because they're sharing the same health. And they also mine faster because it's two of them. But their energy also doubles up, so you're going to have to feed them more often. Oh, it's solo, I would have wanted that. Let's get rid of this low rarity Mew real quick. Maybe we can capture it. We got it. Oh my god, the rarity could have literally not been worse, almost. Look at that. Just ditch him soon, once we see something better. That rarity is just abysmal. Alright, first boss is a Zingo. It's going to take us down real quick. Yep, I just wasted mana for no reason there. My creatures faint, because then they'll stop mining. Right, Ermi leveled up. Could have just thrown Zolo in there just to take a hit, because it's such a bad rarity anyway. So now our aim is to try and unlock this cell so we can stay in zone 2 next time we wipe out. Some of the creatures are running a bit low on food. Alright, so now in zone 2 we've unlocked some new buildings in the sanctuary. First focus on getting to the 6th cell. I'll be able to show you what I've implemented today. We did it. We got to the 6th cell, so now we should be safe. We should be saved in zone 2. Our healer is level 3. So with the workshop you can craft healer gear, and that will be tied to your healer level and the workshop level. So yeah, these are going to faint, so let's just start building already. So let's build the workshop first. Alright, workshop is built. Here we go. Let's build the refinery next. Right, refinery built. Let's build an apothecary as well for potions. And then we have everything. Some of these you can queue up. We may add more queues later. We don't have a lot of holo dust though. How did we survive the alpha? But we're not gonna be able to make it now because this will first, yeah, it will first revive in 51 seconds. Anyway, okay, let's look at some of the things we built now. So we have a workshop. We can now build healer items. This is clothing. We can build a hat. We can't, however, build an amulet yet because it requires copper, which we don't have. And the rings, you need to be level 5. And we can, however, build gloves, but we don't have enough dust yet. Because we don't have enough dust for anything. So let's just wait for the next revives. So we can get some more dust going. We got some extra dust. Okay, so let's build. Let's start with clothing. As you can see, I can't heal now while the healer is crafting clothing. I'll also show the cooldown here. Now we can throw some heals in. What do we get? Uncommon. It gives us 4 extra mana. So our mana pool just grew. Every time you level up, your heals are going to cost a bit more, however. Okay, so now let's look into the refinery, which is this. So now that we have the refinery, we can, instead of mining, we can start refining. So let's start refining ore and herbs and see if we get lucky. As you can see, these are going to start dropping down because we are refining this time around. Although there's some creatures that are still mining it. Now it should be dropping, yeah. So this is like a sink. And we've found our first green leaf. We found our first copper. As you can remember, the amulet required 9 copper and 60 dust. So we're still some time off from creating an amulet. But we are able to create a hat. Another uncommon rarity hat. So we have some extra mana now, but it would be nice to have some mana per second and maybe some potential healing power. Our creatures are finding a lot of more minerals. This is what I added today, basically. It's like it's going to work as a sink towards our herbs and ore, and it's going to make it a bit harder to create items, especially rare items. You just have to watch out, you know, that you don't lose too much. And the boss, and some elites do give you herbs and ore as well as a bonus. That's why we kind of went up there for a little bit. We need more ore. We also need to reach zone 3 so we don't get back to zone 2. Or I mean cell number, is it 6, 7? Got 6 copper so far. 7. And we got 8. We need one more level to be saved on this zone. And we did it, I think. I don't think you have to cross it. Yeah, this should be enough because it's 50%. I think even 6 should have been 50% now. Alright, we can now build an amulet, so let's do that. There goes our copper. We got a rare amulet and it gives us mana per second. That's really good to have. We're going to improve our mana per second a lot, although I should add it here that it shows 2 digits. That's still something I need to fix. I'm sure it is in place though, or like acting as if it's giving us 0.66. Anyway, how are our creatures doing with energy? So as you can see, there's like a lot to think about in this game. There's a lot to try and like maximize your progress, your efficiency, how you build things, that you don't run out of ore or forget about if you're mining or refining, the differences there, how many creatures you build, having them stacked, how they revive and when they revive, and that you have like as many revived as possible when you're trying to beat a zone to get to the next one and stay there. So I think, you know, it's turning out to be quite a fun and complex game, which is kind of like that's been kind of like my curse, but also, you know, like I won't say burden, but like this is kind of like with my initial flagship game as well. It was supposed to be simple starting out, but it became more and more complicated. Part of it is because, you know, Web 3 games can't be too easy, because then everyone else would just farm and bot and cheat and ruin the in-game player economy, so you have to like think about things very carefully all the time. That's just how things are with every crypto economy apparently. Alright, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to show basically. Let's create some gloves here as well because we don't have any. So still some fine-tunements to be made. Still some, you know, small glitches here and there maybe to figure out. But yeah, things are progressing pretty nicely. We're gonna move this soon to Holozing and gatekeep it to only a few testers being able to play. Then we're going to check that you can copy over your rare creatures so you get a nice start. Maybe get some mana potions and elixirs as well from your alpha packs, and, you know, food and things like that, so you get like a proper start out if you bought an alpha vial, which are still for sale, but we may remove them here soon. Either way, yeah, I'll let you know once we're open for testing, and I'll be, you know, DMing some of you privately most likely, but if we have open spots, I'll make a post announcing that we're looking for testers, so you'll be able to apply if you're interested. It'll give you a chance to learn things, I guess, even, or you know, at least find bugs and help us balance the game properly, so that we can launch and have like a leaderboard where, you know, a live leaderboard. We also have PvP now, which is gonna be pretty cool. Right now I'm just playing against AI, but eventually you'll be able to play against other healers, where you're able to heal, you're able to switch creatures mid-heal. If you think that, you know, this flying creature is more effective against the normal dog creature, or you think that, you know, this bug type is better against the normal type, it's going to be gated based on levels, like as you can see here, level 1 to 10 bracket. You can't be higher level if you wanna compete. But yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. We're gonna have some limits on swapping, so people don't like spam swap. I think I'm getting defeated here. Am I? I'm getting beaten by AI? Training Ghost 1000 is beating me. I think bugs should be more effective against normal, no. I just barely won. That was a close one. I think he was one hit away from defeating me as well, but I was just a little bit faster. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.